X30 Pro is green down to turn 1 from Cincinnati. And Paulie Massimino, ADT, a little bit of contact. Massimino into second as DeTulio tried to pinch it tight, and he kind of got out in the weeds. So he'll fall into line somewhere around 5th or 6th down to turn 4.
Yeah, he just found himself kind of on the marbles there and no grip out there, so he struggled to kind of keep it on the racetrack and dropped the tire. He's behind his teammate in Harley Keeble, and now Luis Speck inside of the top 5, putting the pressure on the interim Kart Republic.
Good run through the first couple of corners here for the field. Levy's already up 2 spots. Again, Luis Speck right there on the tail of ADT. Speck had to start dead last in his heat races after a DQ in qualifying, and issues for Brian Garcia to the wayside there at the end of the S's. He'll fall to the rear, and we look back up front as DeTulio into the rear bumper of his teammate Harley Keeble in turn number 13. 5 back for DeTulio, 4 up for Santi Fernandez. Good start for him, and again, Cicero up a little as Brandon Carr gets by Massimino for second, and just like that, he's going to have a huge gap to run down Ryan Norberg, who we know is so good on low air and cold tires. The TB Kart looks pretty good early, but he's got to get by Keeble if he wants any shot at the top runners. Keeble with a block right there, a reaction move and a second move down at turn number 1. Harley Keeble is dancing the line right now, and Austin Garrison says, all right, Luis, you can't get by him. I'll go and take a shot at him. Yeah, Garrison sandwiched between the interim Kart Republics. Not sure if he knows what to do. Here's Luis Speck around the outside of DeTulio trying to make something happen, and they all get loaded up, and they all go wide. Keeble gets a gap, and Josh Holtz is going to evade the chaos and get into 5th. What a move from Josh Holtz, and way off the racetrack goes Alessandro DeTulio and Austin Olds.
A good drive up the field for Fernandez here, who's going side by side, able to get through on Cicero, stuck on the outside. Feldstein goes through, and so does Aiden Levy. Not only that, Ryan Norberg as well, just kind of lapping around in first as Garrison looking on the inside at turn number 13. He's able to get clear on Josh Holtz. Yeah, everybody's shuffling their way through. There's Lepard, Carter McMurray as well, looking sporty inside of 11. He's able to get clear on Lepard, so what a move there by Carter McMurray, and heartbreak here for Brandon Carr.
Brandon Carr with a mechanical failure out of second. And in the back section of the racetrack, the weekend that started off so strong with a pole in qualifying and making a dent in the championship ends in the wall with a failure here. The 326 is going to fade away. Ryan Norberg's lead now up to 2 seconds back to Paulie Massimino. Major crash involved himself, Alex Feldstein, and others. Again, Levy got handed the penalty as DeTulio goes by on Fernandez. Aiden Levy up 14 positions here and on the cusp of a podium as he follows Luis Speck through the infield.
As I think Austin actually able to get around Harley Keeble that time around. So, yeah, pass for third. Austin Garrison able to get on the podium. Paulie Massimino in that second spot as well. He's third in the championship, so good championship implications for Paulie, and as well for Austin, kind of damage limitation this weekend as well.
And we've got problems for Nick Terlecki, another one of the championship contenders. Terlecki entered the weekend 8th in the point standings. He will go out to the wayside.
This race, he's definitely not going to be happy, to see that everything from the start kind of just didn't help him out as Keeble able to go back on Austin Garrison in turn number 14. So a good move there by Harley Keeble, able to get back in third, and that little bit of passing is going to help ADT, Luis Speck and company here, Xander.
Carter McMurray is hunting down Santiago Fernandez. He was only a 1/10 of a second back from him across the line. Here he goes. Turn 2. Move Carter McMurray up and into 9th, getting by Santi Fernandez. Carter McMurray, fastest go-kart on the racetrack last time by out of anyone. But again, starting a bit further back, kind of getting shuffled around off the first few laps. Hurt him. Here's some more shuffling up front. Austin Garrison through on Harley Keeble. Back to P3 for AG29. Here comes DeTulio under fire from Luis Speck. They're going to work together as Garrison goes low to defend into 1. Keeble with an over-under. Not able to get down to the inside, but he'll move him out of the way. DeTulio and Keeble shoving the line through in turn 2, and Garrison to the wayside.
Yeah, Garrison definitely not happy there with young Harley Keeble. Kind of gave him respect and felt like he didn't get it back. Now going to fall under fire to Aiden Levy and Luis Speck.
This battle here for third is going to be intense to the line. Here's DeTulio on his teammate. Late move in turn 13. And Levy with a late move on Austin Garrison. Garrison all the way back to 7th now. Luis Speck goes by, points at Levy there.
ADT and Harley Keeble. Adjustment there on the radiator flap for ADT. And they pull away here just a little bit from Luis Speck, and there goes Harley Keeble on the inside of ADT, who looks to set up an over-under. They're going to go side by side. Now Luis Speck going to have a good run into turn number 4. The two teammates come together. Keeble there went into the grass, and now Austin Garrison next on the list. They continue to fight here.
DeTulio somehow got back around Speck in turn 4. Garrison following in. Austin, as much as he'd want to probably throw an elbow at Harley Keeble or Alessandro DeTulio, he's already now down an 80-point loss from 3rd to 7th. There it is. Oh, off the racetrack and into the dirt for Harley Keeble. And that, to be fair, might have been a bit of a long time waiting to happen with the way that he was being really aggressive early. His teammate, Alessandro DeTulio, doing the same, defending in the back hairpins from Luis Speck. This is for a money-paying spot as well in 3rd. DeTulio trying to keep himself in the points fund as well. Garrison through, and Austin Olds saying, hey, I see that. Go ahead, man. You're good. Now, Levy through on the inside of Luis Speck. Speck gives him a little tap. Garrison gets back by into 5th now for Austin Garrison. Levy down low, defending from the 329.
All this white lining helping Keeble to get back up after going off the racetrack on the inside of McMurray in a 4. He's able to get clear.
Aiden Levy, can he get up to 3rd? DeTulio blocks low. Levy over under, not quite timing right on the apex, so he had to jam on the brakes, and LA's going to keep them parked on the inside through turn 12.
There goes Garrison looking, not close enough. Around the outside, Harley Keeble on Austin Olds. Olds going to have to concede. McMurray's able to go through as well.
Here's Santi Fernandez now. 3rd, back to 10th on this line. White flag in the air. What a fight here to the end this will be. Garrison, big over-under, looking to go somewhere. Speck's going to go to the high side in 2. Contact as McMurray tries to go down the inside on Harley Keeble. Luis Speck turned away at the last second. A veteran move, saved all 3 of them.
Goodness gracious, there is that. McMurray now going to defend from Luis Speck. Olds right behind. Fernandez going side by side there as well. Everything. Gloves are definitely been thrown off since almost the first lap here, Xander.
Santiago Fernandez, high, low, outside, inside on Austin Olds trying to get through. Meanwhile, as this pack battles, 15 seconds behind the leader. Speck with an over-under. Keeble takes Garrison off the racetrack. Big time points implications. Ryan Norberg dominates in Cincinnati. And behind him, Massimino, 2nd by a lot. 3rd is going to go to DeTulio. Austin Garrison and Harley Keeble going at it have cost them both a ton of points, a ton of positions. And as they cross the line, who's going to get onto the top 5 podium? Carter McMurray, the rookie. What a run for Carter McMurray and Austin Garrison, Harley Keeble. There is going to be some fireworks when they get back to the scale house here, Caleb.
Yeah, those two will definitely have a couple of words for each other here when they get into the pits. So that'll be something to look out for. But Ryan Norberg, no idea what's going on behind him. He wins in really identical fashion, 8 seconds.